If you're a creator who's trying to get more views, break into the algorithm, or finally build consistent momentum on YouTube, you've probably asked yourself this question 100 times. When is the best time to upload? And depending on who you ask, the answers range from Tuesday at 3 p.m. to it doesn't matter at all. But here's the truth, at least the truth for 2026. There absolutely is a best time to upload, but it's not what you think. It's not a single magical hour. It's not the same for every niche. And it definitely doesn't follow the outdated charts people were using 5 years ago. In 2026, the best time to upload is no longer just a number on a clock. It's a strategy. It's a rhythm. It's an understanding of how audiences behave today, not how they behaved back in 2018 or even 2023. So if you want to grow in 2026, let me walk you through the new rules of timing. Because the algorithm has changed, viewer habits have evolved, and the platform is more competitive than ever. And the creators who understand when to drop their video have a massive advantage over the ones who don't. Let's start with the biggest shift. Part 1. The old advice is dead. For years, YouTube guides told you to upload after school hours or around lunchtime or on weekends when people had time to watch. And for years, people followed that advice like it was gospel. But YouTube today is different. Why? Because in 2026, short form and long form audiences overlap. Viewers watch at random times across multiple devices. YouTube's homepage is algorithmic and personalized for every user. Videos don't launch anymore, they grow. The algorithm is no longer waiting for a big burst of engagement in the first hour. Instead, it's watching behavior over hours, days, and sometimes weeks. A video can take off a full day after uploading, or even a month. So if timing isn't about beating the system anymore, what is it about? It's about hitting your audience when they're actually awake, active, and likely to click. Not when a chart says they should be active, but when your viewers are. This brings us to the biggest principle for 2026. Part 2, the best time to upload, starts with your data. Forget global charts. Forget general creator advice. If you want the best upload time, there's only one place you should be looking. Your YouTube analytics, your audience tab, when your viewers are on YouTube. This is your North Star. This is your custom map. This is 100 times more accurate than any best time to post list online. But let me explain how to actually read it, because this is where most creators get it wrong. Those purple bars showing viewer activity aren't telling you the exact second to upload. They're showing you the window of opportunity, the block of time where your viewers are scrolling, watching, and open to discovering new videos. In 2026, the sweet spot is not uploading during peak hour. It's uploading right before them. You want your video to be processed, indexed, and available on the home page as soon as your audience starts logging on. So if your graph shows heavy activity from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m., the best upload time becomes 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. Why? Because uploading during peak hours is like opening your store at the busiest moment of the day when the shelves aren't stocked yet and the staff isn't ready. Uploading before lets the algorithm stabilize your video, analyze your metadata, test it with a few viewers, and then push it to the right people when they start watching. That's the modern strategy, but we're not done. Part 3, the golden window of 2026. While every creator has their own analytics, there are platform-wide patterns. And in 2026, YouTube has settled into a very clear set of behaviors. Here is the general best window across most niches based on current viewer behavior. Monday, slow start, best times, 2 p.m., 4 p.m. People are getting back into routine. They watch more midday and early evening. Tuesday, Thursday, like strongest growth days, best times, 1 p.m., 5 p.m. These days consistently have the stable engagement patterns. If you're launching big videos, midweek is your powerhouse. Friday, changing behavior, best times, 12 p.m., 3 p.m. People get off work early, go out, or shift to entertainment. Afternoon uploads perform better than evening ones. Saturday, long form heaven, best times, 10 a.m., 1 p.m. People wake up slower but watch longer sessions. Great day for cinematic videos, documentary style content, and longer storytelling. Sunday, the reset day, best times, 11 a.m., 2 p.m. Sunday afternoons are extremely strong for learning, inspiration, planning content, and self-improvement niches. But let me emphasize, these are patterns, not rules. your niche may break them. For example, gaming does far better in late evenings. Tech reviews spike around lunchtime. Finance content peaks during weekday mornings. Motivation peaks on Sundays and Mondays. Travel peaks Friday nights and Saturday mornings. Timing is niche dependent. And that brings us to something even more important. Part 4, the best time to upload versus the best time to publish. Uploading is not the same as publishing. Creators often rush to upload right before hitting public, and that's a mistake. In 2026, your video should be fully uploaded, fully processed, HD and 4K available, metadata completely written, thumbnail finalized, end screens and cards added, and ideally scheduled ahead of time before it ever goes live. This is because the algorithm needs a clean, stable version to analyze. If your HD version is still processing when your audience first sees the video, you lose watch time. If your thumbnail wasn't ready, you lose clicks. If the title changes 5 times after upload, YouTube gets confused about what the video is. So the modern strategy is upload early, publish during your audience's window. If you want to publish at 3 p.m., upload at 11 a.m. or noon. Give YouTube time to make the video crisp, searchable, and clickable. Part 5. Timing is also about psychology. Even though the algorithm is powerful, human behavior still plays a massive role, and viewers behave differently depending on the time of day. Let me break down the psychology. Early morning uploads, 6 a.m., 9 a.m. These hit commuters. Morning routines, productivity-focused viewers. Content that pairs well, motivation, finance, learning, news, and calm storytelling. Midday uploads, 11 a.m., 1 p.m. This hits lunch breaks, students, and background viewers. Great for tech tutorials, business educational videos, commentary. Afternoon uploads, 2 p.m., 5 p.m. This is the sweet spot for most creators. It catches end of workday scrolling students arriving home, general browsing parents on a break. Evening uploads, 6 p.m., 10 p.m. This is prime time for entertainment-heavy niches, gaming, lifestyle, reactions, challenges, vlogs, comedy. The key is knowing what mood your content fits into. If you drop a 45-minute documentary at 9 p.m., some niches will thrive, others will flop. Part 6, the one timing mistake that destroys views. Let me tell you the one thing you absolutely must not do. Do not upload at a random time every time. Creators who upload inconsistently, morning one week, midnight the next, afternoon the next, train the algorithm to see their audience as unpredictable. If the algorithm doesn't know when your audience is likely to watch, it struggles to recommend your videos consistently. Consistency builds rhythm, and rhythm builds momentum. In 2026, predictive behavior is everything. The algorithm watches when your viewers typically click your uploads, how long they watch during certain times, whether your viewers are active when your video drops, how your channel's pattern aligns with viewer habits. So here's the rule. Choose a time and stick to it. At minimum, stick to a time block. If your sweet spot is afternoons, then always publish between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. Over time, the algorithm begins to anticipate your uploads, and more importantly, your audience does too. Part 7, how to find your perfect upload time. Here is the simplest formula for 2026. Step 1, check your viewer activity graph. Find the 3 most active hours of the day. Step 2, publish 1-2 hours before that peak begins. This ensures your video is ready when they arrive. Step 3, stick to this time for at least 30 days. You need data, not guesswork. Step 4, monitor impressions, click-through rate during your first 6 hours. Are people clicking your video at that time? If not, adjust gradually. Step 5, compare niche behavior with personal analytics. Find where the two overlap. That crossover is your power window. This method works in every niche, every country, every year because it adapts to real behavior. Final thoughts. The real secret of upload timing in 2026. The truth is this. The best time to upload in 2026 is when your audience is alive, awake, and ready to click. Not when charts say they should be. Not when creators online claim they upload. Not when you feel like posting. It's when the people who care about your content are actually active. If you learn your audience, if you build consistency, if you publish right before your traffic peak, if you give your video enough time to process and stabilize, you will see more impressions, more clicks, more watch time, and more growth. Upload timing isn't everything, but it's the multiplier that accelerates everything else.